Hello, this is Bill Clodsey. Welcome to a vintage, cube draft online. The client just updated and there are new sounds. So we're doing a bit of exploring. The first thing I did when I logged on is turn off that jingle at the startup. I don't know what I'm going to do if they start voicing the Planeswalker characters. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, we have to fix this. 0. Perfect. I think this whole new volume thing is new. Oops. Oh, brilliant. Let's see what we have. A couple standouts right away in this are Sheldock Isle and Jiraga Tree Speaker. Really do enjoy the ramp decks, and this is one of the better starts, especially if you have some good 2-drops, or it makes your turn 2 really good, but it makes your turn 3 phenomenal. Knight Errant is fine. There's a lot of good 4-drops, so you don't need those as much. I'll take Jiraga Tree Speaker. Hopefully we don't have to fight too much with other people. Oh no. Air Day. I don't know how you would be kicked off. I was just allowed to log on like a few minutes ago. So they must have logged on, joined the queue, and then their computer exploded or something. Well, I can chop up the video, so if we're waiting between picks. What next? Avacyn's Pilgrim. The 1-drop mana accelerants are really important for this deck. However, Garruk is really... Of the 4-drops, Garruk definitely performs well for ramping and making some creatures, and maybe just winning the turn after you play it with the overrun. So that is, I think, the best follow-up here to Tree Speaker. So let's grab that. If this was Llanowar Elves and added green, I'd be a bit more happy about it, but definitely not sad about Garruk. If there was something crazy in that pack for another color, may have pointed it out, but nothing better than Garruk is for us, I think. I do have a soft spot for casting Giant Eldrazi. Ulamog is a good one. Being indestructible, it helps play around things, and destroying any target permanent gets good when there's a lot of Planeswalker and even land targets that are spicy. Search for Tomorrow is okay. It fixes, which is nice, but it delays the mana you get, and it's not a creature. A lot of the green strategies rely on having creatures in play. So I might just take Ulamog because of how much I like it here. Underground Sea doesn't really work with a green start, and sometimes you can get sort of a drought of big monsters to play in your ramp deck. Next up, as I see it here, the option is between Nature's Claim, which is a very efficient disenchant, and that's especially good in Vintage Cube, and Tropical Island, which is a free forest to splash some blue, and blue-green works together pretty well for opposition and things, more things that take advantage of having some creatures. So the land is probably more important than Nature's Claim. Green does get a few more shots at disenchant effects, maybe strapped onto some creatures that enter the battlefield. Force of Will really good. Sphinx really good. The Signets are always going to be powerful. Kytheon will be good for someone. Powerful pack overall, but not bad for us either, taking Tropical Island. Beautiful little updated art for this. These are, I guess you could probably get some altered art or proxy type thing. But yeah, these arts are generally online only. Rafellos. That's why the dual lands are so good for cards like Rafellos. Add 1 for each forest you control. Sometimes it specifies basic forest when Tropical Island wouldn't work, but in this case, yeah, it counts Tropical Island, so much better than any kind of fast land or creature land that isn't really counting as a forest for Rafellos. And if you've ever played Rafellos, every forest you have matters so much. Anyway, yeah, let's grab that. I mean, that's just super solid here. Deranged Hermit might be good with opposition or something, but nice. Eureka. Eureka is more fun than good, but if you are like me and you just take every Eldrazi you see, Eureka is probably going to work out pretty well sometimes. The other part about this pack is it's not very powerful. Hydroid Krasis can be good for a deck like this, but it doesn't go as big as I like. If I'm spending 10 mana on something, well, you get a 6/6 that draws 3 or whatever, but I'd rather just have Ulamog or Emrakul out there. So I'll take Eureka here. It's a swingy and very powerful card. Knight of Autumn. At some point, I want to splash something useful. The other option here is Carnage Tyrant. Trample Hexproof is nice. Pretty early in terms of the bombs you're getting in a ramp deck. Maybe that's good. Then there's Fauna Shaman. And that is interesting with Eureka, because we can just discard all the ramp creatures we get. That's probably more important to me than Carnage Tyrant. It's a fine... Carnage Tyrant is fine. It's good. But I want to go bigger even than Carnage Tyrant, and Fauna Shaman does help with that. Green Sun Zenith. That's about perfect. Temple Garden if we picked the white splash there, but I don't think we're doing that. Restoration Angel, pretty good. And Ancient Grudge is surprisingly splashable in a deck like this. Though, I really want to be mostly mono-green with Rafellos unless we find a lot of good dual lands and ramp creatures like Birds of Paradise, which add any color. Green Sun Zenith is great. It's great with silver bullets if you have enough mana to get what you need. But it's also just good at getting a ramp creature out and accelerating on slightly later than you normally would. Like turn 2 Tree Speaker, Green Sun Zenith for Llanowar Elves or something. Garruk. At this point I'm just sending a message that I'm in green by taking the green cards. Garruk is very good, but it's an end unto itself, whereas the 4-mana original Garruk is all about ramping and accelerating into something bigger. This Garruk is just, some good value. I'll get all the Garruks, and now we can play them all at the same time. Yeah, so far we're definitely leaning towards blue as our splash color, but we might as well keep open to these other options here. And whatever, just big Garruk deck. Lightning Greaves. Sure, I'll take that. It can protect your Rafellos or even ramp you up, giving it haste. And nothing better than playing an Eldrazi and attacking with it on the same turn. Nature's Claim is back. All right, and the Signet is back. It's surprising too, but the claim is what I want. Knight of the Reliquary. There are definitely some good lands you can get with this, but sometimes it just helps ramp you up a turn. Legionnaire. Any deck can play a Legionnaire. Usually in a non-aggro deck, I'll leave it in the sideboard to combat aggro decks, because a lot of their creatures are just vanilla, and they impale themselves upon the Legionnaire's first strike blades. So you can save a lot of damage even if you are taking the 2 damage to play it with the Phyrexian mana. Mind Twist. That's immediately the most powerful looking card here, but not for us. I think we'll do better taking Elvish Mystic or Woodfall Primus. Another good one is Coalition Relic, but I really do want to make sure I get enough creatures. Now that we have Fauna Shaman, just having any creature that ramps is looking better. And you do want kind of a critical mass to be competitive early in the game. If someone's playing a Mox and you play Elvish Mystic, you might actually keep pace with them. Woodfall Primus would be a really nice one to get here. Works well with Eureka. Something nice to ramp into. And if you ramp up, you can even get it as a silver bullet with Green Sun Zenith to answer what you need to. But yeah, we only have one thing to do early, and if we're fighting at all with another ramp player, the harder things to find are going to be the enablers, not the payoffs. Next up, Sword of Fire and Ice. You can play this in any kind of deck with creatures. Master of the Wild Hunt is good, but again, those 4-drops are pretty replaceable. Like, what's better, Master of the Wild Hunt, Garruk Relentless, or Eureka? Well, definitely not Eureka, but I'm not super excited about that. Maybe we just take Sword of Fire and Ice and have kind of free wins sometimes. Just skip all that mid-game stuff. Oh, here we go. Excavator, more of a combo card. Primeval Titan, which plays both sides of the field, because at one point you're playing a 6/6 trample, which is pretty good. On the other hand, it accelerates you into the ultra late game if you have lots of expensive things. I kind of want Misty Rainforest here, but Primeval Titan is a bit too good, and it works really well with Lightning Greaves. The turn you attack with it, you get 2 more lands, so if you do that on the same turn, that gets really good. The Mana Vault, Mana Crypt thing there was good. It's not the best version of it. Like, I would take Soul Ring over Primeval Titan for sure, but I don't think that one is better than Raphelos, for example. Tireless Tracker. Yeah, out of a pretty weak pack, Biogenic Ooze is fine. It's a lot of power and toughness and bodies, but the Tracker comes down early and helps fill up your hand, so I think that's pretty powerful and pretty good with Eureka, because it does see the lands entering at the same time, which is a little strange, but not too strange. Like, a clone can't copy something entering at the same time, but you do get the enter the battlefield triggers for things entering at the same time. Kind of a weird interaction there, but that's the rules. Here we have Incubation Druid, 2 mana for basically 1 ramp, so it's a little less than you'd expect to get. Like, I'd rather just have something smaller and less useful in the late game, but half as much mana. Mirari's Wake is another interesting one here. Double the mana. It also makes everything bigger. We don't have the fixing for it yet, like not even a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll take Mirari's Wake. We have Night, and we could still get some other big stuff. I mean, the dream is to hardcast Emrakul. that's too much fun. And it's something we can put into play with Eureka. Acidic Slime is really good. I love getting this. It's usually within reach with Green Sun Zenith, and it kills almost anything you'd ever need it to. Marsh Flats, we don't have the land that makes that too good. Thicket. Yeah, this is not a forest, so I really don't love it here. It doesn't help Raphelos, and a ramp deck that's trying to get up to 11 mana doesn't want the 11th source to come in tapped. I'll take Harmonize. Vivian Reed. Destroying artifacts and enchantments is really a nice ability to have on a Planeswalker. And Eureka, a lot of the green cheating cards only deal with creatures, but Eureka is any permanent. Like Tooth and Nail and Zenith and whatever. They usually just get creatures, and they might even specify they have to be green. But yeah, Eureka doesn't care. We'll grab it here. Primus Wheels. And the other Emrakul, this one's okay, but maybe I just don't like the art as much. But anyway, Primus works with everything we have and is actually castable pretty early. Master's back. Looks like a green is wide open to us, so I'm going to encourage people to pass more green by taking it when I see it, even though people are probably mostly set in their lanes for this draft. Though, not so many 1-drops here. Moat, not something I really want to play against. Yeah, white-green looks like the lane for us. Sorry, Tropical Island. It didn't quite work out. We don't have a single blue card. I'll let everyone else on the table fight over that. Did our friend come back here? Yeah. The disconnected player has returned. I didn't notice huge waits between packs. Here's an interesting pack. Fast Bond. And we have Ramanop Excavator. So if we get the rest of that combo this pack, that might be something worth looking into. It is a combo you can get into play all at once with Eureka, and just out of nowhere, destroy all your opponent's lands before they can untap. It's pretty late here for it, but the good news is there's nothing else in this pack. I skip over stuff like Pelucranos, which is fine, Batterskull, which is fine, but yeah, my plan is really just to get more 10 drops and above. And Pelucrano, I think if we don't take Fast Bond now, we're going to feel really silly when we get past Strip Mine, which is the third key piece here. One interesting thing about that is that Knight of the Reliquary finds any land, so we can find the Strip Mine if we have the other parts of the combo. Same thing with Primeval Titan, you get any land. Comes into play tapped, but it does help set that combo up. Wall of Roots, I do like this card. Yeah, it is a 2-drop, but yeah, it lets you survive early. The kind of thing you want to do with Derogatory Speaker, and essentially it costs 1, because though it does have Summoning Sickness, the ability is one you can use even because it doesn't require you to tap. So you can bring this in and then spend one of the mana from it. So that's all fine. Tristani Discordant, pretty good, but it's the wrong half of Mirari's Wake. We want to double our mana. It does get your creatures back. Rarely comes up, but it'd be neat if it ever did. Anyway, I'll take Wall of Roots here. Ooh, Ashiok. That's not one that'll be great in this deck necessarily, but fun card. Scalding Tarn, not the fetch I really want, although fetches would be good if we could get those working. Garruk is a nice way to draw some cards. Green doesn't always get access to that, so it might be an improvement to Vivian Reed. I think I prefer Acidic Slime to Vivian Reed, especially with all the ways we have of getting it. There we are. Channel and Mana Drain. What a powerful pack. We can't really use Mana Drain. Someone surely can. But Channel. That lets us do, not turn 1 Emrakul, well, or Ulamog. Well, I guess we could with Fast Bond. 3 forests, Fast Bond, Channel, Ulamog. That's a perfect hand, and an expensive hand in terms of life. But Channel really is going to be good most of the time. I hope we can get something to work with it. Prismatic Vista, or something else rather. Ulamog and some other stuff is good, but yeah, just more stuff like Ugin or Karn to make it really good. Prismatic Vista. Generally, I like this kind of thing. Why is it going to be good for us, though? It's not really going to be that good. Maybe Yavimaya Elder is better. It does find forests, and it could be really good with Fast Bond Excavator. But that's a lot of life. Well, let's take it. We're so good on playables at this point that just having a land that will be good in our deck, even if it's not very good, is going to be an improvement. Arbor Elf, perfect. Thragtusk is impossible for some decks to beat, but you have to get there, and we're a little bit low on early plays, so let's shore that up. Mother of Runes, I wonder if we can really use this. I'm sure we could, but maybe we just take Kodama's Reach and try to ramp up further. Yeah, I'm glad Woodfall Primus wheeled, but where are the other big things? We saw one of the Emrakuls, but not the one I loved, and I think we took Primus over it, right? That would have been a good card with Channel. Anyway, we'll take Kodama's Reach here. Devoted Druid is a nice one. I would take something big over it, but Elspeth's not what I really want here, so yeah, Devoted Druid. And Pelucranos, you know what? We can make that work. Kind of a... I mean, it is good, and you can channel... channel Pelucranos is interesting. Pay 10, get 5 more. on X or something, pay 10 life. Tristani's back. I could see siding it in. Yeah, definitely not as big as we could be going. But we have some good stuff. Lightning Greaves and Sword of Fire and Ice are both pretty good with channel. Command. Signet. Signet does help with our color requirements, and Beast Within is always going to be okay. The thing is, I think we have good 2-drops to begin with without the Signet. Though it's another fine one to play with channel. Wake, some of these mana doublers just double the mana you get. I think that's a newer way it's templated, but this one just added an extra mana for lands you tap. So essentially it's doubling your mana, but in some cases it's just adding one more for your lands. Anyway, it doesn't help with the signets adding lands or adding mana. Edric. Edric is definitely a decent direction to take decks like this, but I'm not going to go all in on my one tropical island here. Just hide behind my Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah, it's too bad Fast Bond didn't work out, but on the other hand, it does clear up some room in the deck to play the cards that we want to play. Vivian Reed, Primeval Titan, Garruk. Harmonize works really well as a prelude to Eureka. Fill that hand up and go from there. Definitely need some cuts here, so probably should take some time thinking about that. One neat thing with the Knight is that we can bring it in with Green Sun Zenith. Mirari's Wake, I'm not sure we really need Mirari's Wake for this deck. Although it's like a 5-drop spell where you can play Ulamog the turn after, but are you going to have Ulamog in your hand? Maybe. Maybe if you used Fauna Shaman or drew a bunch of cards off Harmonize or Garruk. So big mana is actually pretty powerful in this deck. Prismatic Vista, I would have to put a Plains in, and then we have Kadama's Reach to help fix Druid. Besides that, it's mostly just blue, or green sources. Garruk Wild Speaker. Yeah, I'm looking for maybe one cut, but maybe we don't even need that. Let me take a look at how many things we have to do early. That's another option. I probably want to make some cuts here. I'm going to cut Pelucranos and put in Nature's Claim as some early interaction. So if we don't have one of these three things to do early, it's likely enough your opponent has something, maybe as powerful as a Mox or Soul Ring. Just kill that instead. And the nice part about this deck is we're not going to win by exact damage. We're going to either win big or lose big most of the time. So we don't need to be worried about giving our opponent life. Sword of Fire and Ice, definitely good enough for a deck like this. What about Vivian Reed? Look at the top 4 cards, put a creature or land in. I like that. I like destroying creatures and artifacts and enchantments. And then the ultimate is just gravy on top of it. A lot of 2-drops here. That's what I'm a little concerned about. But I think with all of this ramp, I mean, since all of our 2-drops do ramp except Fauna Shaman, and almost all of our 1-drops ramp, I think we're okay to play 16 lands. So that'll be it. We're just going to play it like this. Put in 1 Plains. It doesn't even recommend a single Plains. Oh well. And then since we don't need blue for anything, I think we get away with this. We could also just cut Knight of the Reliquary. What does Knight of the Reliquary help with? You know, it doesn't really help with anything. Mirari's Wake is the good payoff here, and we're not really doing that. So why don't we put back in Pelucranos? Or potentially Garruk Relentless. It doesn't really matter which of those we do here. Why don't we do that? And just checking again, do we need blue for anything? It's not like we can steal what opponents are doing, so yeah. Yeah, the real upside of Knight would have been if we got Strip Mine, and that didn't come out. So I'm not going to worry so much about the splashes we could make here, even so far as like if our opponent started stealing our stuff, are we going to side that in? Probably not. Because often you can win without them setting that up anyway. And the likelihood you draw something relevant and it is relevant combined, pretty low chances. All right, there it is. A few less, well, I don't know if we should really be playing Eureka, but with all the card draw, it seems kind of fun to me. And it makes for a good story, right? And it is powerful. I mean, we get Ulamog and Primus out there, so we don't have nothing going on. Then all the card draw that we have can make it a lot better. So we'll only do it when we need to. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise we'll just win off of the ramp, hopefully. See you in the matches. Round 1, here we are with some good stuff going on. Can we make turn 2 amazing? 3 mana on turn 2. Yeah, it doesn't really do it. I think we'll just have to go with Tree Speaker here. And then maybe get out Arbor Elf, maybe Lightning Greaves, but yeah, let's see. Turn 3, it'd be 5 mana. And then if we have Lightning Greaves in play, Arbor Elf can pay for itself. And we'll have 1 extra with Harmonizer. Are you hearing like a background thing? I think they revamped all the audio for this program, which is a thing. I mean, it's definitely a thing. There's a whole list of things I would rather they address besides changing the audio, which I don't really use anyway. But it's probably better than the sounds they already had. It's just weird that I'm hearing them when I usually have it all set to 0. Is it when the turn changes? Let's see. Gonna block. Bing! Yeah, it's what? All right. Level this up and add 2, and we're gonna put Lightning Greaves on this mess and pass it. Bing! Yeah. Oh well, we'll. You know what? No. Let's change that. That must be an alert, and we'll just go to 0 now with that. Back to the game. We'll just use my narration to hear when the turn changes. It's my turn again. They're going to get this up to level 7. Student of Warfare. It does take a little bit. What is this? Esper Aggro. Esper Aggro. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. They're probably playing Teferi, because Teferi's unbeatable in any deck. And annoyingly unbeatable. Maybe I'll just concede to it and see what they're holding 1 white up for. It's weird. Hopefully not Mana Tithe, but that could be. They could definitely be holding up Mana Tithe. So let's see what we can do here. Or probably more likely just a way to kill it. Anyway, the other thing we can do here is harmonize to play around Mana Tithe specifically. Nice. And we're going to go ahead and put Lightning Greaves back here and see if they kill it in response. Get me my one. Yeah, it is sword. So I kind of wish I did Garruk there. But we can pass for this turn. I just want Eureka. Oh no, Mox Sapphire too. Strong deck we're going up against here. Primus kills a non-creature permanent, so Primus is really nice. And they're going to kill us pretty quickly, but maybe not this next turn, so we might have a bit of a chance to be careful with Sword of Fire and Ice with Lightning Greaves, because we can't even equip it. What to do? A 5 mana this turn, which is not a ton. And maybe they can level up Student of Warfare all the way. It's looking grim. I don't know how we're going to win this one, but probably with all of our mana. Garruk. Make a 3/3. And then give that 3/3 Shroud. Why not? So if we attack Elspeth, they can protect it by tapping Mother of Runes on itself. If they give this thing double strike and pump it with Knight Errant, we're dead. Yeah, losing our poor Jiraga Tree Speaker set us back enough that on the draw we didn't have a great advantage here. And besides, they're on the play with a Mox, so that's tough. Yeah, if they don't have the extra white mana here, though, they don't get double strike and we're not dead. +3/+3 and flying is a plus on Knight Errant, and it's a very powerful planeswalker. So it's at least 6 here. And then we have to find a way to survive a turn after that. Channel? Maybe drawing with... Vindicate. Yeah, they've just got a lot of interaction. Definitely a powerful deck-building paradigm. Just a lot of like pretty cheap stuff. Oh, a little late for Eureka, I think. A little late, and they leveled that up enough to scare me. Let me think. What could we possibly do here? I don't think there's enough we can do to stop a protection from... Oh, no. Thinking Sword of Fire and Ice to kill Mother of Runes, maybe, but that doesn't really work. Oh, it does work. Oh, it might work. So anyway, this might work. Maybe not. But we have enough mana here to equip Sword of Fire and Ice. Put the forest in. And kill Elspeth. And that could definitely save us. And then kill Mother of Runes, because it's the sword that does the damage, and Mother of Runes only gives protection from colors. So we're done there. Destroy a permanent. Goodbye, Elspeth. Now, how do we manage this? I think what we do first is put the sword on the Primus, and then put Lightning Greaves on it. Pro blue and red. And then swing in with just the Primus, because the Beast doesn't really get much done. And they can prevent 1 damage here. They know they're going to lose the Mother of Runes anyway. Maybe we'll draw something useful, like natural... What is it called? Not Natural Order. Nature's Grasp. That'll gain us 4 life, which might even be enough to survive. Thank you, Eureka. They do have 2 cards in hand that weren't permanents, or at least not relevant permanents. It could be Armageddon. It could be... well, who knows? Yeah, they need to give it protection from green. This just prevents it damage. It's fine. So we ping Mother of Runes here, and we get Tireless Tracker. So now we've got an option. Do we move Lightning Greaves and let them potentially exile Woodfall Primus? But if they exile the Beast, we might be dead to that anyway. I think we'll leave the Lightning Greaves where they are. They need to kill 2 blockers to get past us here. And it is possible, but I really want to set our next turn up to win. And yeah, if they kill 2 blockers, we are dead without them leveling up the knight. And they are leveling it up. That's great. Level it up. Level that student up. Yeah, so we're just gonna block with our little Arbor Elf here. And they only level it up to 6, so it wasn't even double strike there. Mox Diamond, Watery Grave. Is that gonna be enough? They're just like, Lightning Helix. Oh no. So they got around the Lightning Greaves for sure. We might even lose it here. And by it, I mean the game. So this has 1 vote, so I'm going to choose that. Ouch. Because, yeah, it's not targeting it, it's just voting for it. Green Sun Zenith. They have nothing left. I think we start with Sword of Fire and Ice here. Hold on, can we do enough damage? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we can just about do enough damage. If we go... I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this gets it. And we attack for 8 and shock them. Nice, Eureka Eureka got there for us. So luckily they just had, I think, Council's Judgment and like the Mox Diamond in their hand, instead of enough removal to kill us. Great, well, to sideboarding. What else can we do against an aggressive deck like this? I like Garruk Relentless. I also like Pelucranos against this kind of stuff. And the sword was incredible there. Channel might be a little weak, since we have to pay so much life for it. But then again, the things you can do with Channel are just game breaking, so that's probably worth leaving in. Legionnaire, eh. What else is there? We have to leave in our big stuff because we just don't have that much big stuff. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. You know, I'm going to take out Vivian Reed. That's a bit slow, and while they probably have some targets for it, including flyers, Garruk Relentless coming down a turn sooner and having more targets is usually going to be better. Ha! Eureka again. Well, they're on the play again, so I think Eureka benefits us. They just empty their hand, and then we empty ours. Raphelos also has a lot of upside, although it's likely to eat some removal. We saw two really premium pieces from them. Swords to Plowshares and the Council's Judgment. They did mulligan to 6, which is nice. Oh, especially since they're doing Mox Diamond here. So an explosive start and a Pack Rat. Oh no, I hate Pack Rat. It could be good for them. They have another land here and they just start making Pack Rats every turn. Could be good. But like I say, they just empty their hand and we have Eureka once we can get that far. Hopefully... Oh, that might be so good. Actually, we can do it this turn. Wall of Roots. Nature's Claim. Wait, what? Is this not a mana ability? I think it might not be. Anyway, there's, well, obviously it adds mana, but there's some, I think it has to target or something to be a mana ability. Or to not be a mana ability. I think it is a mana ability. It just wasn't happy with when I was doing it. Yeah, they don't get to respond to me doing this. Go for the Throat. Destroy target non-artifact creature. Not before I get my mana's worth out of it. At least Raphelos is safe, right? Ouch. I thought I turned the alert volume to 0, yet it found a way around that. Let's go Raphelos here. That's a tough one. Either way, we get Eureka. So I think I'd rather have Tireless Tracker next turn and maybe block one of these Pack Rats. We'll see if they get a land. Yeah, they have a land, so I can't block. So we take 6. Take 6 here. All in on the Pack Rat plan. It doesn't always work, but it's working here. I want my Raphelos untapped, I think. So we'll only get 1 clue from Tireless Tracker. But we might use the mana for other deeds. So we have 5 more mana from Raphelos, so let's do Eureka here. Get Tracker in, Pelucranos in, land in. That gets us our 1 land, and then 5, 6. It's almost enough to kill one of these rats, but not quite. Anyway, in combat we can certainly survive. They can make a 4/4, but we can potentially trade with all of the rats if they attack. So we're in good shape here, unless they found Council's Will or Judgment or whatever that is. And even then, I think we survive. Eureka. See, I mean, a very swingy card, and sometimes it works out really nicely. And if they just don't attack, then we untap with 10 or 11 or 12 mana, and that should be enough to kill some of these mice. The way to do it would be to put 4 damage on one, if we had enough mana, and 3 damage on another to kill 2. If you could do 4, 3, 2, 1, that'd be ideal. They are making another Pack Rat. Let's see if they come in here. Nope. So let's tap for 5. Start by cracking the clue. See what else we do here. Get another counter. Draw the card. Green Sun. Green Sun can kill Godless Shrine, or maybe even better. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the X is not enough, so I think we just pass here. Land would be good. That's pretty good too. We only have 10 mana. Would you believe it? Only 10. So we can get in a creature that we can kill Godless Shrine, which is really nice because, well, it's just really nice. And we can also kill one of these Pack Rats, but they can keep making Pack Rats if they keep having black mana. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's what we want to do. They could get in 4 damage that way. Oh, this is tough. All right, let's do it. Let's kill that land. And we just tap everything here. Just in case it costs 9 now with the updates to Magic Online. We definitely want Woodfall Primus here. So we kill Godless Shrine. And pass turn, because I don't want to get hit by 2 of these things. Definitely not. Swords to Plowshares would kill us. No, it wouldn't, because anything they got rid of would gain us 5 life. So we are on to the next match. Their deck was sweet, their mulligan punished them, and the Pack Rat plan was not powerful enough against Eureka. Alright, our opponent is here after 12 minutes of not being here. It might be related to the fact that the first round finished quickly. We were the last players done. I'm glad they're here though. So maybe everyone just has an aggressive deck, or only the aggressive decks won, or something. But Country Time Crusher makes their first move. Underground Sea. Doesn't bode too well for us, but Nature's Claim, it's got like a 30% chance of having a target this turn. Maybe less, but not an insignificant chance. Then, Orphelos has a good chance of dying the next turn. Probably even better chance than we have of finding a target. Here we go, Demonic Tutor. What a crazy turn of events here. We don't get to see what it is, so we really don't know what's going on, but maybe some kind of combo deck or whatever. They don't really know what they're playing against either. Well, anyway, let's get Orphelos here, and it's possible they go to kill it, but then if they don't, we have a ton of mana. And if they do, then they don't combo off this turn, so the worst for us would be if they just lay down Teferi or something and then bounce back Orphelos. But that card is just rarely beatable in the best of times. Like if they play Ashiok here, that gives us a real chance of fighting back. And whatever happens, I hope we can draw land, because right now we're not getting the most out of Orphelos, and if Orphelos dies, we really can't do anything. Entomb, yeah, so they are the reanimation deck, and it looks like Grizzlebrand, huh? Exhume, I don't have a way to discard anything. They have Grizzlebrand in play. We can't interact with that with Nature's Claim. But we have Eureka. So, it might be worth playing Harmonize this turn and then playing Eureka next turn. It might be worth it. But maybe our hand is good enough as it is. Go Garruk, draw 6. Maybe it's good enough already. Yeah, unfortunately, they're going to have... Whoa, they didn't draw 7 off of Grizzlebrand. What? Oh, they could have drawn 7 off Grizzlebrand. That... Yeah, they must be kicking themselves now. I wonder if they'll chat about that. I mean, for all they know, we could be playing an Eldrazi here. This turn could certainly be better for us. It doesn't look like it's actually going to be that good. Well, let's see if they put anything in play. The way Eureka is worded, they don't have to, but they certainly can. Oh dear. How many lands are they going to have here? So I'm done. I'm done with that. We can't activate Garruk in response or something crazy. Kill the sea. But apparently they have plenty of lands without that. Use this ability, and we'll just get 2 forests here. So next turn might be much better. Do we want to draw 6? Do we want to draw 6? Or do we want a +1 Garruk here? Then they can kill that. I think we want to draw 6. And then hopefully keep Raphelos alive for a turn. Yeah, so now we have this. And we can't play much, but I could hold up Nature's Claim. I could attack with Primeval Titan, but that seems too weak here. So what I might... what do we have? Devoted Druid. I think it might be worth first attacking with Acidic Slime, then playing Elvish Mystic, and putting the Lightning Greaves on Elvish Mystic. And then hopefully they don't kill Raphelos. This is pretty greedy, but this helps us keep up Nature's Claim. Alright, so we're at 13, and they can draw 7 if they really want. Which I'm sure they're just ecstatic that they didn't do in response to Eureka. They did it twice! Oh no, what's going on? They must have a win condition here. They did it 3 times. So they must have, what is it, a storm deck? They're looking for something. What could it be? Damnation. I think they're looking for Damnation here. It's gotta be. Cabal Ritual. No, it is a storm deck. Wow. Once I get priority, I think I have to go after that Lion's Eye Diamond or something. Storm count 3. I mean, it's not the highest storm count ever, but they do have 20 cards in their hand. So I don't really want to cast anything this turn. I just want them to fizzle. Tendrils of Agony would be potentially the toughest thing. Let's see what they get with Mystical Tutor, because they don't draw it. Oh, it's Tendrils. Let me think here. Gitaxian Probe. Oh no. I should have done this in response. Or I should have done this before the Gitaxian Probe. Yeah. 5, 6, 7. No. This is fine. They are going to get to see Nature's Claim, but it might be more important. They already have the mana for it. They're already guaranteed to draw the card. It might be more important, and they didn't even need Lion's Eye. We can attack our own Lightning Greaves. 6, 7, that's 14. Maybe they didn't see this play. Maybe they didn't see it. They could still win, but they don't win just yet. They don't win just yet. All right, we're pretty low, they're pretty high. Maybe they missed a spell they could have cast here. Who knows? They have 17 cards in their hand. Is it possible for us to mill them? That seems unlikely. Wishclaw Talisman. Oh, I think they missed that line. Well, Putrid Imp. We just need to stop Grizzlebrand somehow, and Ulamog's a good way to do it. So, how much mana do we have here? We can't kill them on board since we lost our Lightning Greaves. That's sad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wishclaw Talisman. They don't have any cards left in their deck. But next turn, if they do Tendrils again, that really sucks. Destroy target permanent. So we'll destroy Grizzlebrand so we don't die in the air. How much mana do we have here? We have a ton of mana. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's start with that. Destroy Grizzlebrand. Oh, I wish we had that. We don't even have a creature to target with Nature's Claim. So it was good that we did it, but I'm not sure if it gets us all the way there. This thing gains flying until end of turn if they discard a card, and it can't block. 7, 8. I think it's likely we still lose here, but not guaranteed. I don't think the damage is going to matter much. But I will play Devoted Druid, because why not? Alright, do your worst. They need 1 damage on us in the 8, 9, 10, 11 cards they have available. But it might not be, I mean, they're a real combo deck. Like, it might not be guaranteed. Although, if they, let's say, Wishclaw for Yawgmoth's Will, in response crack Lion's Eye Diamond, that'll be more than enough mana to Tendrils us again. Right, because that's in their graveyard. All they have to do is be a little careful with it. To not mess it up, because Storm is really fragile. If you do 1 misclick, you're pretty much dead. So that is Putrid Imp with flying. And I'm trying to think of a way they can ping us here. Yeah, Ulamog is not a flyer, unfortunately. Come on. Maybe they can steal my turn and get me to use Probe. Of note, this is a single elimination draft, so we do get some more variety than you might get in a league, meaning you don't have to play against the same cards you drafted or against the same deck 3 times in a row. Or if you do play against the same deck, at least it has different cards. Okay, well that doesn't win it, right? Return creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. They're going to get Grizzlebrand back. Uh-oh. Can we draw something else good? We kind of need to. So get them to sacrifice a bunch. Then they block that and gain 7. 15. 11. We can only do 11. So let's start by drawing some cards. Channel? Well, that doesn't do much. Garruk doesn't do enough. 7. What if they block something smaller? They block this. 10. 15. Garruk can't pump anything this turn. We don't have haste. We need to kill them this turn, so let's try Tracker, Investigate, Crack the Clue, Polukranos. That would have been good to know about. Let me think if that gets it. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's down to 8. Oh, interesting. So that is interesting. So I think we can use that to kill Putrid Imp and maybe Grizzlebrand here. Oh, it's tough. 4, let's see. That's down to 8, so we can do 6 more damage. We can afford to attack with one more thing. 15, that's 16. All right, I think we're okay here, but it's gonna be weird. Attack Countryside Crusher, attack Country Time Crusher, and attack Liliana, I guess. So they have to lose Liliana here. They live. Oh, it'll be even more! It'll be even more mana because I'm going to have 2 more forests in play. Forest. Yeah. Let's see what they do. I think they block Primeval Titan. They lose their stuff. Now it's time. Pelucranos. So we need 3, right? But, cancel. Let's just do it for maximum. 1. Let's add 1, untap it. This is 3, 4. I cannot count. I don't know what the heck's going on. Is that all? 8, that's 9 mana. I think that's enough. So we do 1 there and 3 there. Let's do 2 here and 2 here. So that should kill both of these, and they gain a bit more life. And whatever. Yeah, good luck. Do that 1 extra damage here. Watch them have it. Necromancy again. As long as it doesn't have haste, I think we're okay. Grizzlebrand, I don't think they even survive this turn, to be honest. Sword. Whoops. Garruk. They have to sacrifice 4 things. They block this. This'll hit. But I don't know what else to do here. Fauna Shaman. No. Let's draw a card. Did I put that in the right place? That's the other question. Yeah, it does kill Grizzlebrand. Anyway, let's attack with everything here. They sacrifice everything. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have enough to sack 2 clues. So that ought to be enough. If that's not enough, then I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. The other way to do would be to search for a way to kill Necromancy. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 7. Okay, I think they've given up. Since they have to block Ulamog to survive, maybe they didn't. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Since they have to lose Grizzlebrand here, we're in good shape. Crazy. That was some stuff right there. Well, we do have Vivian Reed in the main deck, and that kills flyers, and it kills enchantments, and that's a lot of good stuff to get rid of. Anything else we can do? No, I think we're okay besides that. Maybe Primal Command, but it's a little redundant with the stuff we already have. Cool. Keep it. Hopefully they don't combo out and play it right this time against Eureka. Maybe Eureka wouldn't be great for them, drawing 7 there. But it would probably be pretty good. Oh, I hope we just draw Ulamog here. That would be so fine. Don't entomb Grizzlebrand, please. Then again, Channel Ulamog might be able to kill that. Oh, Mana Crypt. Yikes. Corpse Dance. Haste. Are they going to win this turn? Yeah, well, maybe not win this turn. But they will draw a bunch of cards, and then, what, do they exile it? Oh, they have to exile it. Unless they sacrifice it. So, yeah, not sure if they've really got it here. Hopefully they don't. Mana Crypt is sweet. 13, they drew a bunch. They sacrificed that. They discard down to very few. I don't think they have Yawgmoth's Will in their deck, because if they did, they could have won game 1. If it was anywhere in their deck, because they could go find it. But they have a bunch of tutors to make it more consistent. I mean, you've seen they've had a consistent early Grizzlebrand every game. Primeval Titan doesn't do it. What's better, Devoted Druid or Wall of Roots? I think Devoted Druid is better to get in play, since we can't use the mana here. And if they do Exhume, I can sacrifice my Devoted Druid. That's pretty cool. They only have 7 cards in their hand, so Eureka might be pretty good here. But if they just win, we might lose. If they win, we might lose. It's true. But yeah, they could win this turn with Tendrils. Very fast deck. Demonic Tutor for Tendrils, Storm Count, whatever. 2 extra damage with the Imp. 3, maybe they'll get the Lion's Eye Diamond? Can they do it? Yeah, it's annoying that they don't even show us what they have. Oh, Massacre Worm. Massacre Worm, get that back. 6, but then they don't have enough left over for the Tendrils. I mean, it gets us down to 9, and it also gets them with a Massacre Worm in play. Assuming that's what they have here. Oh, it seems pretty strong. Dark Petition? Tendrils me down to 1 life. So when they get back Massacre Worm, we are dead. And Channel is dead. Channel is dead. What can we do here? We can try. We can try our best, huh? But that's okay. Let's say if we play Eureka and they get back Massacre Worm, we can sacrifice Devoted Druid before that resolves and maybe be okay. We've got to try it. I mean, we have nothing else going for us here. Untap that real quick. Yes, so Eureka time. Select a permanent to put it into play. Sure, let's put Garruk into play. Why not? And Primeval Titan. And the Woodfall Primus. And Wall of Roots, because that's not one the Massacre Worm kills. So that's enough of that. Let's destroy the island, because they have plenty of black sources. Get some of these. I don't want to get Prismatic Vista in case I accidentally play it. And at this point, I think drawing cards makes a lot of sense. Too bad the order worked out that way. I don't want Raphelos, because that's one they can kill with Massacre Worm. Oh, shoot. I I am still dead to the Putrid Imp, which I forgot about. We don't have enough mana to get that. Well, maybe they'll forget that they can give it flying, right? Sounds good. We have two ways in our hand of dealing with it, but no, they've got it. Yeah, but we need mana, more mana for all that. Channel would have been really good here. They're going to have to really combo off quick to beat us in the last game. So what can I do differently? Play more cheap and good stuff, I think, is the answer. Gork Relentless. I mean, that doesn't really... It doesn't really interact much. I want ways to gain life. Like, Primal Command might set them back a ways, whereas... maybe that's not worth considering. And it gets a specific creature. No, I think we're okay here. We're okay like this. But I'll take the play and hope they mulligan down to some bad version of the combo. Yeah, let's mulligan. I think that hand is just too bad, but this hand is fine. Let's put back... let's put back Pelucranos, oddly enough. Vista, pass it. Kind of helps him here, but... Then... yeah, let's Green Sun for Tree Speaker. Because Harmonize should be pretty good soon. Level it up. And play Wall. And pass it. Come on, no Entomb. Did they mulligan here? They've got Entomb every match, or every game, it seems. Entomb Grizzlebrand every single time. So it might be enough time for them to finish it. I mean, if they really just get Grizzlebrand into play, then, I mean, good stuff, I guess. Yeah, good stuff. Draw 7, draw 7, draw 7. They're looking for the win next turn, as usual. They're down to 6. I don't know if that really helps us. They're playing Lion's Eye Diamond and Mana Crypt. Are they going to try to win this turn? Let's try to kill Lion's Eye Diamond here before they have a draw card on the stack. I'd love to have them discard their hand immediately, right? Yeah, last time we messed that up, but this time I'm not going to take the chance. That might put a wrench in their plans, because what they'd want to do, resolve Mana Crypt, play, or... no, that doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know what they would do. Oh, Gitaxian Probe or something? Who knows? I hope that won. I mean, they've got 45 seconds to kill us, which they could certainly do. But they need to start making plays for that to happen. Every second increases my chances of winning here. Okay, they sacked it for white. And they lost their entire hand, and now they have Mana Crypt. So I think they're... Oh, and they lose Grizzlebrand too. Yes! All right, to the finals. To the finals, and I get to go first this time. Since we're on the play, I think we can skip turn 1 with the prospect of having Rafellos and stuff to get out there. There's a lot of decks that can just pick these things off, but if we're a fellow ramp deck, probably not so bad. Like if Rafellos survives here, we have Primeval Titan next turn. And there's a few ways white can go about killing it, but some of those ways we've already encountered. So we might just have our way. And then next, I mean, the turn after Primeval Titan, I don't even want to think about how much mana that is. 20 mana or something. Blue something. Ah, they might counter it. Nah, not gonna run. I'm not gonna care about counter magic here. Yeah. Not until I see it. So that gives us Vista and Forest. This time my life total doesn't seem to matter as much, so maybe I'll thin my deck a bit. Because we can only play 1 land a turn, so all we really need at any given time is 1 land. And we already have that. Mox Pearl, everyone's so lucky. So lucky. But this is why I wanted some card draw spells in my deck, because we can get a ton of mana. Goodbye Rafellos, it was fun. They could keep it tapped. No, they're going to kill it in game 3 life. Doesn't make sense to do anything else here. All right, let's get our land. We do finish off a Johnny here. And we could draw 1 million cards, but don't know. Probably, yeah, we're probably best off just making a 3/3 every turn. Finish off a Johnny, because this is all about getting ahead on board. Planeswalker, Primeval Titan, twice as many lands as they have, better draws, draw 3s in our hand. Next turn we can draw 6 off of Garruk and keep it around. Which was an option this turn too, of course, but it would also be fun to make a 6/6 worm for each of the lands I control, all 12 lands I'll have in play. Yeah, it doesn't give you a notification if someone's chatted to you, so you just have to check sometimes in case they said something witty or salty, or if they like your YouTube channel or something. All right, well on our way. Garruk doesn't fight other planeswalkers super well, but besides that, I guess it's fine. We don't have much to go on, in fact. Yeah, Pelucranos can definitely be a powerful mana sink. Eureka's probably awful, but it's been fun so far. It's definitely worked in our favor so far. Maybe on the play we take it out, but I'm tempted to just see who has the better hand. That's a fun mini game. We both have 6 cards. All right, Eureka, sort it out. Yeah, we might have to keep an awkward hand here. We don't have any Moxen to go off of, but this is a playable hand. Definitely we can do better. So it might be a bit slow. We could discard Ulamog and find Ulamog. That's true! We can discard Ulamog. Its trigger goes on before this resolves, and then we find Ulamog. It's an infinite combo. They took our Birds of Paradise. This is the player. So we're the mono green deck, and they're the spectral green deck. with a Mox to boot. 4 mana on turn 2. Oh, Dak Faden. It's a good one to know about. Let's go Wall into Mystic. Dak Faden can steal the artifacts, but it needs red. I guess they have red. And it can't do it on our turn. So if we can kill Dak Faden or get it below 2 loyalty, then the sword will be safe. Let's see if they're doing that. No, they're doing bribery. That might be worth conceding to here. Ah, let him have it. Bribery. Goodness. Yeah, we took so much green from them, they had to play bombs like bribery. They're looking at all 31 cards in my library right now for the best creature that they get to put onto the battlefield. So probably Primeval Titan, maybe the 8-drop that'll kill one of our lands, for example. And not much we can do about any of that. Maybe Raphelos, but probably not that. The other thing, even if they've already chosen, they get to look at my entire deck, so they can write it all down or take a screenshot. So bribery is kind of a busted card. But this is the powered vintage cube after all, and we get to play with powerful cards. They do get Woodfall Primus. Maybe they were looking up how that works. When it dies, they get it back, not its owner. Oh no, it's owner's control. Oh. Maybe that's pretty good for us then. If we can kill it. I don't know how we're going to kill it, but who knows? All right, well, I think at this point we need something like Channel to win. So let's just pretend that's going to happen. Channel into like, or Eureka might also do it. Just something we can get an Ulamog attacking with. Prevent a little bit of damage, because Channel is not going to work if our life total is 1. Or anything below 12, for that matter. Huntmaster. We knew they had that. Treachery is going to be a difficult one, but Sword of Fire and Ice might help protect against it. Dak Faden. Start plussing on themselves, maybe? No, they're not even using it. Target player draws 2, then discards 2. It just gives them more information, so why even do it? Green Sun Zenith, we're not quite there with Green Sun Zenith. We need 1 more mana to get the Death Toucher. And we do need to play a spell, though. So I think the best bet here is to go Garruk. This thing has Trample, right? So we could probably just make a Beast here. Yeah, because it's not going to survive. They might actually go after us as well. No point attacking Dak. Oh no, not this stupid thing. They made this card too good. Terminus. Oh, they're going to play it. Yeah, so they get to play it this turn because they have Dak. That is... I didn't concede to bribery, but I will concede to Fairy. Bribery is one of those things like, oh, sweet, you got to 5 mana, the card wins you the game. It's all in good fun. Teferi is like, oh, we're going to keep playing. We're going to play, but you can't cast any of your spells, and I'm just going to have the best ability from the 3-mana Jace and the 4-mana Jace. on the turn I come into play. You're like, is that instead of me not casting any spells? Like, no. No matter what, you can't cast any of your spells. But also, bounce your best creature and I draw a card. Sorry. But they are taking their time with it. Maybe we'll win this match on time too. Treachery gone. Wow. Treachery and Tundra gone. The two cards they have are better. Better than Treachery and Tundra. Well, Teferi's obviously better. Bounce my beast. But what they might be doing here is looking for the win on board. I mean, that's a lot of damage to win this turn, but it's getting us to 2 or something. Are they really going for it here? 3, 4, 5. 15, yeah, 15 minus 3. They're not putting us in a great position, that's for sure. There's nothing we can really trade with. Ooh, even birds is coming in. Why not? They're all going for me, because that pins me just as well as anything. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So maybe the best bet is to block the Wildwood. Whoops. Has reach, but not trample. 12. So that puts us at 2. We certainly have to block something, and blocking the trample isn't going to be good, so let's go to 2. Anything? Can we do anything here? They even have the blocker back if we did have an attacker. They know our whole deck, so that doesn't matter. But they lost Treachery. That's a good thing. What are we trying to kill? Oh, we're trying to kill Woodfall Primus. That's right. So we go after maybe Stirring Wildwood here. The tiny cards in my deck there. But I found the right one. And pass it. Time Warp. Oh, they can't. Oh, yes, they can do it this turn because they have Dak to draw towards it. I never thought about Dak and Oracle together, but I guess any looter is good with Oracle. But yeah, they just win on board here. They don't want to waste too much more time because they've already got themselves a little behind. Take 8. Yeah, this is just a smattering of insane cards. And the Treachery makes me really worried about Eureka. Fortunately, we have both Acidic Slime and Nature's Claim to combat that. Did they have little stuff? Didn't they have a bunch of little creatures? Maybe Garruk is good here. But Vivian Reed will be good too. I think we submit again. Nothing in our deck is so bad that we don't want it. Maybe Garruk's a little more quick and interactive than Pelucranos. I could see that. Oh dear. Let's mulligan this. I mean, it does some stuff, but it hardly ramps at all. This is interesting. Let's keep this one and throw back Lightning Greaves, I think. There's some worlds in which that would be better for us than Sword. Not a super powerful hand here. But I mean, the Sword, they are blue and red, so the Sword, or at least they're blue. Maybe they had some red. They're banned. Harmonize next turn. Maybe Harmonize into Eureka or something good. Pilgrim, please no second land. Okay. Oh well. Primeval Titan. Come on, keep getting lands. Well, no lands here. And we've already used our Wall of Roots, so no Tree Speaker this turn. No bribery. Oh, they can't do bribery quite yet. In fact, they need another blue to even attempt it. So if we can get land and destroy Breeding Pool, that might go a long way to surviving this tough matchup. We have been rewarded with, or blessed with playing against a lot of powerful decks. So we lucked out on that front. That gets them the second blue. So we really need the land here. Thank goodness we got it. So let's go Acidic Slime and destroy your Breeding Pool. Because they have plenty of white. No shortage of white there. Now they could use Sakura Tribe Elder and then naturally draw an island, and that would be enough. Maybe a fetch would do it. Oh, they don't even want the blue. Is it possible they don't have a basic island in their deck? No. Or they just drew it naturally. Ah, the Hydroid Krasis. Well, what is this? Round down each time. They draw 1, gain 1, but now they have a 3/3 flyer. Draw 1, gain 1, 3/3 flyer. Ooh, here we go. Oh, you know what? We've got a lot of good options this turn. We could go Primeval Titan. We could go Vivian Reed. We could go Sword of Fire and Ice. Plus Tree Speaker. I don't think we want to do Vivian Reed. We want to save this to destroy something. But that would kill Pilgrim. I think the best option this turn is Sword of Fire and Ice. And they could steal it with Dak Faden, but then... Oh, what happens if they untap, steal Sword of Fire and Ice with Dak Faden, re-equip it to Hydroid Krasis, and then kill something? Then we can go Vivian Reed and kill Hydroid Krasis. The best bet here might just be Primeval Titan. Yep, that decides it. We're doing Primeval Titan. And hopefully they don't have that second blue. They might, but then good beats. Yeah, when in doubt, I mean, this, even if they steal it, we've already got the ability from it. Pass to you. I guess I kind of want to draw lands, but Vista seems decent to have in play. Yeah, I do want to draw the land. Well, we can count at the end of turn. I might want to not draw the land, in which case I'll thin a bit. Or I could save it for the... yeah, maybe I'll just save it. But we have Primeval Titan going, so we're going to thin our deck pretty quickly eventually anyway. No second blue. Yeah, I wonder if it was a mistake for them not getting the island, or maybe they only have one in their deck. And what's this about? Not attacking? 9. Nine mana this turn. It's not quite enough to do everything. Oh, they're going to try to activate Stirring Wildwood. And by try, I mean succeed. They will try. But if they do that, it lets me know they're going to do it, and then our turn, our second main gets a lot better. 10, 11. We're going to have Hardcast Ulamog next turn unless something goes really wrong. So let's just attack here. Yeah, I feel like this board looks like they're going to activate Wildwood to double block Primeval Titan. That's what it looks like. In which case, oh, that's cheap. In which case, I think we just kill the Wildwood. I want to limit their resources as much as possible. Yeah, kill Hydroid Krasis. I still don't want them to steal Sword, but it's not as bad anymore. Well, anyway, let's do this. Level up Tree Speaker. And then we can just play Sword. Yeah, we'll just play Sword as a combat trick. Not a combat trick, but a pump on our turn. It'll be harder for them to interrupt. And their board is so bad here that if they just hold up 5 mana to have interactive nonsense, you're just going to lose to what I already have out. Mox Pearl. All right, here's the big burst. No second blue. I mean, that's the real fear I have, is the second blue really kills us. Fractured Identity. Oh, no. Not too bad. They can plus it. 10, 11, 12, or 10. We have 11. No, 13. Not quite enough to do everything here, but a little bit. So, yeah, Ulamog's going to kill this forest. Then we can attack Vivian Reed for a little bit. How much can we get done here? Not enough, but I guess a little bit. So we get Ulamog, destroy island. And then that's a 1-2. Let's attack Vivian Reed for 3. So we've killed 2 blue sources in a mostly green deck, and they have 1 more blue source here. Hopefully they don't just untap with another blue source and bribery us. Or worse yet, treachery. Hopefully they don't get the treachery, because treachery would just slaughter us here, I think. Yeah, they're going to main, so that gives them a little higher chance of drawing that blue source. Though it's somewhat likely they don't even have another fetchable blue source in their deck, or at least not 2. Oh, no, 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 no. This thing gets islands too? Oh, please don't have another fetchable blue source, please. No. Well, now they've got to have bribery. Not bribery, they've got to have Terminus. It's a little surprising. Put the best ones first. Oh, we're so dead here. Yeah, now we have nothing. And if they untap and bribery us, we're even worse off. How do they have so many blue cards? Now they're about to ultimate Vivian Reed. I must have had better options early. Yeah, now they take whatever they want. Well, Fractured Identity is kind of like a I don't know, 3 for 1 or something. It's pretty crazy. This thing has to, or gets us sacking a lot. Polukranos, destroy target thing. Okay, so maybe there's some chance here. If we can attack with sword and sacrifice these 4 forests or something. But I have to make a surprise attack here with sword. And we can't take 2 hits from Ulamog, so it's not looking good. Let's see what else they get off our Vivian. Maybe I could have plussed Vivian there. I tried so hard to get rid of all their blue sources. This must be their last one in their whole deck. Oh, here they come. Oh yeah, we can't pump it up enough here. 7, pump it up to 8. We don't pump it up enough. And it's not going to get much better next turn, so I think I just pump it up to the max. Hope they don't treachery Polukranos this turn. Double blue, here we go. I will no, we don't need to, oh, time warp. Yeah, that's enough to concede to. Thank you for watching. This was quite a deck that we met in the finals here. They got all the fixing. Yeah, they did have red. I knew they had red. They had all the fixing they needed, and you can really tailor your deck to your most powerful cards if you do prioritize fixing. So well done to them, and half the reason I didn't end up in a second color was not getting as much of the fixing as we could have had. Well, that's that. Good luck in your drafts.